CNP, I can't believe it's not forced. It's unbelievable how good it is. CNP Borsted Baked Beans. When you need to eat and run, Borsted Baked Beans is the only one.
Eh?
Keep your sights out, friend. You ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
To the last ratted on rotten time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Should've known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. Oh, laws. Wait, don't gut me and skin me yet. Please, talk to Bedford. Tell him I can pay, a part of it, and I'm a useful person to know. Just ask Ellie. Surely you wouldn't drag me before him. I'm dreadful contagious. I just know if I face him, I'm dead. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear. Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop.
我知道了，你害怕被人口。
You want to keep breathing. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
然后我就从管制区里这样走出来，我立刻变了个人，然后他们都没有意见，漂亮。
That is the greatest Bloody Mary. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
我看了完全没有想喝的冲动，我只觉得还蛮恶的。
Any word on Jesse? Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
主要是因为感觉真的太油啊。通知给病房的。
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain?
哎，对了，所以重开之后有好一点吗
You'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
感觉有。重开之后还没转过，就不知道，因为严格来讲，不会是传输端的问题，不会是上传端的问题。那 Twitch 的机房是怎么作用的，我就不知道。因为一直不觉得是上传端问题啦，要不然一开始有人讲转圈的时候，应该要直接重开的。
Sure is. You need a deft hand to straighten a busted nose or sparkle up those not-so-pearly whites? I'm your gal. Of course, there's not much cosmetic improvement going on at the moment, not without my mechanicals. Where the law is Irian anyway? Sure. How do you think we keep this pile of junk in the sky? It costs bits, and a little prettying up brings in a fair few of them. Or it would. If I had my dang mechanicals. I'm expecting our delivery fellow to stop through with medical supplies and service auto mechanicals. Name's Captain Irion. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits. Surgery mostly. Medical personnel are difficult to come by on Groundbreaker. The board won't let their doctors and nurses station here, and they own all the medical schools. If we can't hire their people, we can't hire anyone. Everyone on staff here on Groundbreaker was trained by me or Idris. We're good, don't get me wrong. But we've only 2 heads between us, and we don't know everything. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla. An asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Oh, 接下来。阿迪斯在那边。
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Tossball finals are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has rocked the league and thrown this pivotal game into question. Both teams have tested negative for performance-enhancing stims. A tossball first. Coaches and referees are debating how and if this behavior could lead to an unfair advantage. This has been Halcyon News, your only source for news in the Halcyon colony.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be
我会
interested
提
in.
供给你一个你无法拒绝的机会。
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms, might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar.
I don't know, ma'am. She seemed pretty neat to me.
Well, aren't you sweet? And just her type.
Oh my god!
What? What's that supposed to mean?
Forget I said anything. What do you want, then? My hard-earned wisdom? That's right, dearie. The only independent station in the colony. That's us. Though for how long, I can't say. That all depends on Miss Junlei.
居然直接说哦，你也是他的 type 哦。
The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will. They've always got one scheme or another running, looking for ways to bring us to heel. Like this heat business. Shameful. But it won't work. No, ma'am. Groundbreaker's free till the day she dies, law willing. Go right ahead, sweetheart. Groundbreaker's radiators. Been neither fine nor dandy for weeks now. Miss Junlei's supposed to be getting them fixed, but the board's determined to get in her way. The board can't abide a community. They've always... But it... Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters on Monarch desperate to gobble you up. Because that's what the board tells them, you see. I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony, and they're trying to hide the evidence. Those board folk are real prideful-like. Never want you looking behind the curtain, lest you see their derrieres. But old Gladys knows the score. The whole colony's not much more than a diorama, showcasing one board screw-up after another. That's why we gotta keep them from getting their grubby mitts on Groundbreaker. She's our mess. Probably. Every once in a while, we get these snippets of radio chatter. Edna shows them to me. Some man hooting and hollering about the light in us all. Claims he's transmitting from Monarch, but who knows if that's true. Might be true. Might be some new trick from the board. Oh, a little of this, a little of that. I buy and sell items that require discretion to dispose of. Knickknacks. Curios. I also knit throw pillows stuffed with the hair of famous tossball players. But that's more of a passion project.
What about non-famous players? I earned quite a reputation as a fifth back during my penitentiary, seminary days.
You do have a favorable mop, I must say. But that's not what you wanted to talk about, is it, dear? Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
靠背，
Here, take a candy with you.
大阪大婶啊！我拿到了阿嬷的糖果，我的天哪！ 在我身上还刚好差不多过1万。
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? Ah, that's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you. Why, it gets you the weapon best suited for your lifestyle.
All the better for performing a little percussive maintenance.
Self-improvement, including one's weapons, is always a worthy endeavor.
Take your basic Deadeye assault rifle. Perfectly serviceable. But what if you like finesse? Slap a scope and silencer on that bad boy. Bunker down in a bush someplace and pop off heads. What if you like getting in close and making a lot of noise? Extended ammo magazine and a barrel heatsink to bump up rate of fire. No and yes. When you install something, it pops in there real nice, but if you want to replace it, the originals tend to snap like plastic toys. Only takes a bit of elbow grease and a spot of engineering know-how. Most ships have a workbench near the cargo hold. Ours is in engineering. You could take your new toys over there if you feel like tinkering. Right here for a start. A what? Sorry, hon. Here at Bell's Shells, we just don't discuss impolite topics, and WARRANTIES tops the list.
靠北。
So, what can I get you?
哎，狩猎步枪。他们这里有在卖等离子步枪，他们这里也有在卖榴弹发射器，所以那些不是很独特的玩意儿。知道了。百步穿杨，突击步枪，哼。
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are Ford property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is Chief Junlei's ship. You don't own shit here.
Step back! I'm required by board bylaws to use excessive force.
The Mardets would space you for trying, you waste of O2 scrubbers.
Yeah, O2 scrubbers.
国台办说，中国称呼弯弯不是一种贬义，是一种萌的感觉。没错，所以我们叫他们吱吱，也不是一种贬义，是一种萌的感觉。哦，可以忍受你们叫我们弯弯啊，没意见。真的要讲弯弯就来讲，没关系。那我们叫你们吱吱的时候，也不要有意见哈。这是一种礼尚往来。
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
You'd think the board and its agents would be more content, sitting at the top of the system's food chain as they are.
Now for a special word from Chairman Rockwell.
Greetings, hard-working citizens of Halcyon. In these profitable times, we need only look to one another to find examples of honest labor and earnest work ethic. But there are those who cheat and swindle their way through life. It breaks my heart to see the fruits of your labor stolen by these vagabonds. One such man is Phineas Wells. The board unanimously decided that in the interests of protecting our best assets, that's you, we are substantially raising the reward for his arrest.
明明是当年满超国自己说就叫我们支那吧，满洲国啦，干包扎起来的手指超没用，你包扎起来的手指跟我平常的手指一样粗，知道了。
This has been an official message from our hard-working chairman. Such an honor for all of our listeners. This story brought to you by Halcyon News. All the news that's fit to broadcast.
这他妈怎么看都是恐怖分子吧？
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex.
我们之间你攻我受，不是，你跟他什么关系？哈
He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die? No! How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Devoured by those fiends. Becoming one with their droppings. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm. Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some records around, or a conveniently placed note on his bedside table? That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
当时其实没有非常仔细的看剧情，现在看起来，妈的，这家伙也是蛮可怜的嘛，干。
It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal. Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's my white whale, I suppose. It's fine. Really, it's perfectly fine. I understand. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. I'd like to drown myself in work. Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases. That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? You might be surprised. But we'll proceed on the assumption she'll be reasonable. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return?
董事会声望提升，这是好事吗？ 哎，我刚刚升级了都还没有用点数救命。发现姨妈厨房油腻，哎，我记得你。
Artie greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen, a home-style consumable protein dispensary. This unit dispense proteins for your ingestion. This unit is programmed to simulate shock at such assertions. Shock simulation non-functional. A trouble ticket has been filed. Shock simulation restored. Initiating shocked subroutine. How dare you? Shock subroutine complete. Estimated guilt level of customer increased by 35%. Resuming protein dispensation protocol. This unit dispense proteins for
靠背啦，它35%后面多一个句点，我还以为是35%。
Beginning dispensing sequence. Please unblock all relevant facial protein ingestion tubes.
Following that series? The Hunt for the Wimbro?
The pirate ship? I don't go in for docu-serials.
The bounty hunter who's been after them, Fuller? She had an ambush set up on Hephaestus. The pirates came...
CNP Bourse Pocket can be macrowaved in 2.5 seconds. Bourse
Wish I could say it was good to see you.
ASMR 能够做出战场中无线电的效果，我也是第一次听到。
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except being right. That's nice too.
刚刚那里的感冒是中国用法还是台湾用法？这部游戏里面已经出现过一次了。我跟你讲，里面的感冒是中国用法，所以我对它感到非常感冒，好吗？我对于这一部游戏里面的感冒用法感到非常感冒，感冒到不行，去你妈的！都快要重症了，疫苗也没用。
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better-than-average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off.
就说了，中国的感冒口语上的用法和我们一般台湾用的感冒是完全相反的，然后是为什么我不知道，我不想理解，我不想知道背后的典故，反正一定很白痴。
If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract
哦，干，
anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version. She helped me win a bet. We were on a smuggling run planet side when our point man bet me I couldn't outrun a mantisaur. And as you can probably guess, the thing was faster than it looked. Probably would have caught me if Jesse hadn't picked it off. Yeah, but the important thing is I won the bet. It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin. You won't be sorry.
Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain. Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
Oh yes。直接把对话点到都有50，所以啦，专场来。第5个要选哪个啊？啊，我知道靠谱是之语啊，我非常明白靠谱是之语，但是为什么？因为它是有逻辑的，你知道，就是至少它是能望文生义的之语，然后它也不是那一种就是为了规避文字狱还是什么出来了，就是它就是那个样子了，然后看懂了，就算了，就不是很想要再去吐槽它。因为再怎么说离谱，我们都知道离谱不是之语嘛，离谱不是之语，那靠谱很明显就是离谱的相反，所以我说它是有一个逻辑可言，它就只是离谱的相反而已，所以可以接受。OK， 最让人讨厌的就是那种为了规避文字狱而设计出来的，那你在台湾这种没有文字狱的地方，你他妈就不要用，那种用的就很火大。然后其他的可以再解释，其他的就是像逻辑完全不合，跟台湾本意完全相反的，像刚刚的感冒那个就也是很让人捣蛋。不是那个没有啦，超人王你讲的用法，一般在台湾也不会这样讲，应该是说像台湾说嘛，我对那个家伙的长相很感冒。然后在中国同样的意思会变成我对那个家伙的长相不感冒，就然后甚至也不想深入探讨是为什么，深入探讨太久。你会不小心把之语的用法植在脑海里，然后你到时候要讲的时候，反而要思考一下这个到底知不知原本的用法是怎样，那你差不多就完蛋了。啊，我选哪个？选哪个？冲刺速度。商人价格、冲刺速度，我觉得应该其实也是蛮好用的。可是我现在玩的难度可能用不到。哦，干！不要谈走心，真的不要谈走心，你知道吗？像是别往心里去，就是别往心里去。虽然是中国用法，但是你就是听得懂，很有逻辑，对不对？很有逻辑，你不用解释，你就听得懂。走心他妈的会中风，真的。老天，不要谈走心。我们来谈改心，那我们谈美心吧。我到底要选哪个？ 我觉得我选冲刺好了。
Yeah, huh?
I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else in this colony offers such a relaxing pastime. So, tell me what's on your mind. I excel at confessional listening.
在偷偷说谈起这件事情，没过几分钟就会跳出另一个偷偷说，讲日语、英语也是外来语，怎样巴拉巴拉。会这样子反驳的人基本上就没救，因为你就知道他不把中国视为外来威胁，他不把中国视为会并吞我们的国家。这种人会讲这样子的话，就代表他认为中国并吞我们是没怎么样，或者是没有到那么严重的程度，他就是认为中国不会并吞我们。其实基本上一样糟糕。
C&P chicken and potatoes. At C&P, we know our C&P.
”实际上应该说齁，中国在讲的小丑竟是我自己。这一句话是由英文的小丑迷音演变而来的。所以基本上这就只是中国先把这个迷音的用法翻成了一个比较泛用的句子，就只是这个样子而已。可是它的来源知不起来，它也没有包中国本身的文化在里面。我觉得这个是有很大的差距。刚下班的时候遇到有个奥 K 要拿保特瓶装汽油，这条通知在632天内释出了56次，我靠，惨绝人寰。OK， 今天先到这里休息，刚好12点。